It's very interesting as I've been going through the book of Ephesians, even Colossians and Philippians and other places as well in the New Testament. I find the same truths over and over and over again. And one of those truths are the words that we speak. And not only show our heart, but the words that we speak also convey a great way in how we can be Christ-like, both to people inside of the church and outside of the church. And as I've been looking at these different epistles talking about our words, I've also looked at many Proverbs as well. And the book of Proverbs points out in many different ways just the impact of our words. For instance, Proverbs 10:19 says this: when words are many, transgressions or sin is not lacking, but whoever restrains his lips is prudent. You know, sometimes the best thing we can do with our speech is not use it, but listen. And not only listen, but also Proverbs 12:18 says there's one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. There are times in which we use our words and we feel like, well, I am speaking the truth. And we may even be trying to help this other person. But we're not actually bringing healing to them. We're not actually benefiting them. It's more like sword thrust into their heart. It's bringing them down instead of bringing them up. And I also like Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Both to help somebody can be used with our speech, and to bring someone down can be used with our speech. But it goes on to say, and those who love it will eat its fruits. That is, if we have developed a habit of using our speech to bring people down, we're going to continue to want to bring people down because we love the reaction of that. But if we've used our speech to lift people up and we've seen the benefits of that, we will continue to do that to bolster up that person's spirituality and to be a witness to them. But I want to end in Proverbs chapter 15. Just 4 verses. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Just pausing right there. You know, I've experienced the truth of this proverb. It comes from when someone is angry with you. How are you going to react? Obviously, I've reacted in a bad way before, and all that does is stir up more anger in that person. But the Lord's enabled me at times, hopefully more than not, just to say back either no word or a gentle answer, or just plainly, I'm sorry, and let's move on. That is a great encouragement because all of us are going to come about with people who are angry at us. How are you going to react? And the proverb goes on to say, the tongue of the wise commends knowledge, but the mouths of fools pour out folly. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. A gentle tongue is like a tree of life, but perverseness in it breaks the spirit. So how is your speech? Is it gentle? Does it build up? And yes, sometimes we do need to provide exhortation and warning, constructive criticism. But why are we doing it? Why are we doing it? Are we doing it in order to be that tree of life, to build up that person? Or are we doing it to break that person down? I pray it is the first and not the latter. So I want to encourage you. Use your speech, as Paul said in the book of Colossians, chapter 4, verse 6. Season with salt, to be a moral preservative not only in our society, but also so that we can season other people's lives with Christ-likeness. Well, thank you for joining me.